Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you doing? It's Marietta. Good to see you. I have really had a wonderful day today, a really busy day, a productive day. And today, I would love to be able to sit and talk to you about how are we going to make it through these tough times. Yes, getting our house in order. Getting our house in order. That's the title of this video today. I'm going to talk to you about some things that have been on my mind about how I want to get my house in order, how I'm planning to get my house in order, things I have been doing to really try to better the situation that I have going on. Getting my survival skills up, making sure that I've stocking my cabinets. I'm doing that little by little. But there's something that's been weighing on my mind. I understand about the electric, them cutting off the grid or whatever may put us in the dark. I've lived through all of that. I've been down that road. I know how to light an oil lamp. I know how to light some candles. I know how to get solar lights and all of that for inside the house and everything. But what I don't know is what would happen if I thought about taking this very fireplace in back of me and putting a wood burning insert in this fireplace. I got to thinking about that. Why? Because I'm thinking about, because this is a manufactured home, a double wide, are you able to put that wood burning insert in this double wide? Now this is a working fireplace because I have used it, but what I found that it drafts a lot. It throws a lot of the air or cold air into the house. And then so like if it goes out through the night or whatever, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to get that thing started back up. And then a lot of cold air comes down the piping and whatever. It's just a big draft monster. That's what it seemed like to me. Not like that wood stove that I was brought up on, where you put wood in the stove and the wood stays in the stove and the coals just stay in there and they basically stay burning. You can keep throwing wood in there through the night. That's the kind of stove I'm used to. That solid cast iron wood stove that actually will get you warm right to the bone. That's what I'm used to. I'm not used to all this modern day stuff that is a waste of energy and a waste of time and a waste of heat, because more of the heat goes up the chimney and actually gets blown out into the room. With this thing, I noticed that the blower, it even rattles it like it's old. This place is a 2016, but I know there's some things that can be done to be brought it up to par. And I got thinking about that. And I'm thinking about how, with all this going on, are you ready? Are you ready? And I said, you know what, this would be a perfect opportunity to give people a chance to comment down in the comments how you're preparing your house. What are you ready for? How are you getting ready? Things that we need to do. Maybe we can help each other and work together on things that we really need to be doing in this time, in this season, to be preparing ourselves for things that may happen. I know a lot of time, even with shopping for ladies, let me tell y'all something. If you're like me and you're a budget shopper and you like shopping at Shein, Temu, any of these other Chinese sites, TikTok shop, all these places. I mean, if they tax us to the point where we put tariffs on us so we can't get our stuff, or they just shut us down, period. What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because we're so used to shopping on that budget, because our coins are important to us. So we're not people that wants to just go out there and start throwing our coins away on a lot of high dollar expensive stuff. So as I was thinking about that, my main thing is to make sure that I got electric, water, and heat, and food. Electric, water, heat, and food. Those four things. Electric, water, heat, and food. And I would add some medical supplies to that list as well, to be able to make sure that everything is going on, to keep your health up as well. So you want to start preparing for these things. But as I was looking at this fireplace right here, I got to thinking, could I put a wood burning fire insert, I don't know why I keep saying wood burning fire insert, a wood burning insert in this fireplace. So my train of thought was, as I was thinking about that, I said, you know what, maybe I need to start thinking about getting somebody to come out here and look at this situation and see exactly what can be done. because you don't know unless you ask. A lot of times the word teaches us that his people, God's people perish. We perish for lack of knowledge because we don't want to get out there and see what's out there, or to be able to inquire or ask questions for fear of not looking smart. You know what I'm saying? There's no dumb questions. Only dumb questions are the ones that you don't ask, the ones that you're afraid to ask. So when it comes down to keeping the heat in the home and to make sure that you got heat, make sure you got electric, make sure you got water. I haven't even figured out that, those little water straws that they got going around. Yes, those are good to have in your pocket, but who's going to tote that much water from where? Where you going to be toting it from? You're going to go to a lake and be toting water, toting water, toting water. You're going to break yourself down because water is heavy. Water is not a light thing to carry around. Water is heavy. So to be able to get water on the property and to be able to figure out how to store water first and foremost so that it'll be safe. These are a lot of things that we need to be thinking about, people. We need to really be thinking about these things. We need to be focusing on these things. And we really need to start moving fast to get the things that we need together before we end up in a crisis situation and we can't get ourselves out of it. Because I'm thinking about, you buy your home. You don't want to leave your home. You want to stay in the comforts of your home. You want to be able to enjoy the home that God has given you, that you have worked so hard for, and you want to be able to stay there, and you want to be able to live in a way that, you're peaceful. Ain't trying to be rich, just want to be comfortable, want to be in a place where you're safe. You know what I'm saying? You want to know that you have the things that you need to survive. So you want to be able to eat. You want to be able to make sure you got plenty of water. Make sure you got plenty of food. Make sure you got heat. Make sure you got a way to get your air conditioned if you need air conditioning. If you got, like I said, if you got people that may be on breathing machines, or they may be on nebulizers, and things of that nature, you want to make sure that you're able to power those things up and know how much wattage or whatever you need to know how to be able to do all that, which I'm okay with smaller stuff. Because truly, today's small little generators, like the one I bought, the EcoFlow Rivers 2, it actually tells you how much wattage you got. Even when you plug the lamp in, or you plug the phone in, or you plug whatever you plug it in, it'll tell you how many hours it'll run it, or how long it got before, it gets empty. But when that goes down, how are you going to power that up? How are you going to power that? If your generator, your big generators run out of gas, then what? You see what I'm saying? Then what? We got to know what then what is, and how we're going to work through that then what. Because it would be a sad day for all these things to go away, and you haven't prepared yourself for them to go away. You see what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff I could function in because I never had it to start with. When I was younger, we didn't have these modern day washing machines. We wash clothes in a foot tub. We always raised chickens. I know how to go raise some chickens if I really had to go raise some chickens. But it's just a fact of, at my age now, it would be hard for me to pull up a chicken coop by myself. It would be hard for me to do a lot of things on my own at this point, to be able to build and all of that. But I do know how to do those things, and I do know how to pluck chickens, and I do know how to cut that chicken up, and I do know how to make a biscuit, and I knew how to make that chicken and some chicken and dumplings. I know how to do all of that. So you got to get to a place where you start knowing how to do some things. The lights go out, you got to know how to get that oil lamp and light it up. You got to know what to put in that oil lamp. If you don't have no oil, you can use vegetable oil. Put in that oil lamp. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how to get them coals out there and go start a fire and cook some dinner outside if you can't get your stove to operate. How are you going to do this thing if you don't got no butane to put on that little camp stove that we be using when we go camping and things of that nature? We got to think about the things that we're going to need if and so we have to survive without all this modern day stuff. So as I was sitting here thinking, I said, okay, I'm going to do this video because this came to my mind while I was out riding earlier, to talk about this fireplace and to see exactly what it is I can do to start thinking about how I can get a wood stove put on this property somewhere that is operating functionally, that is put in safely, and that I can be able to start hauling in some wood so I can be able to burn some wood. I know how to start a wood fire outside. I know I got a pit outside that I can start a fire in. I got a burning barrel outside I can burn in. I know how to even just circle bricks on the ground and burn, and put a rack out of the oven on top of that and cook if I have to cook. So therefore, it's like saying you got to have some type of survival skills to know how to be able to handle yourself in the case of a crisis or something was to happen, or you find yourself in a situation where you just have to realize how you're going to turn the lights on yourself, how you're going to get the lights working yourself, how you're going to get some power, how you're going to get some power to your house. So these are things that we need to be thinking about, how you're going to heat your house. You know what I'm saying? These are a lot of things that we need to think about. Where you're going to get your food from? Do you know how to put a seed in the ground? You know, do you know how much dirt to put on that seed? Do you know how much water to give that seed? These are things that we have to go back to thinking about to this day of how our yesterday used to be, and bring that thing back. Just as they say, bring that old thing right on back around. And you'll realize that them old things that we learned back in the day, they are a blessing to us right now. Even when I think about how we go outside and we dig holes in the ground or whatever, and we take and you put these seeds in the ground, right? And then once they become, they begin to grow, now you got something too that you can help somebody else with as they begin to help you. So a lot of times this is a time where we got to come together, we got to use our brains together and put some things together and be able to help each other in the midst of these storms that are coming our way. They're going to hit us, and where it hurts the most is in our pocket, because a lot of our pockets ain't carrying as much money as they used to these days. A lot of our pockets, some of our pockets, we reach in them and all we got is dust. All we got is dust. Why? Because we live in minute to minute, day to day, hour to hour, payday to payday. So we're taking that money and we're buying what we need to be able to be comfortable, So I just got to thinking about that, and I thought I'd share that with somebody so I could put that on somebody else's mind to be thinking about the things that you may need to be able to run your house in case everything goes haywire with the way things are going in the world today, and the way it looks for us, far as money and far as food and far as electric, far as all these things that are being threatened against us. We got to be ready. Start getting your house in order. Start preparing yourself. Start saving you up some money. Start saving you up some food. Start realizing that these things are happening. They're happening. It's going down. It's already happening. We're already in the midst of it. So this message blessed you in any kind of way, please subscribe, and let's share together. Let's grow together. Let's build together. And let's begin to think on those things that we need together so that we can begin to share these things online so that we can help each other realize how rough the world is going to get, and knowing that there are some of us out here that may just don't know. It's just not about keeping information. It's about sharing the information. When you share the information with somebody else so that somebody else can make it, that's how we begin to get our blessing, so that God can bless us all and we all can make it, because we know who holds. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we surely know who holds tomorrow. So with that being said, I pray that this message blesses someone. And if you know anything about these wood burning inserts, please leave it in the comments. Leave a message in the comments. Let me know what you know about them. Let me know how you like them. Let me know if you've ever used one. And what do you think about putting a wood burning insert into a double wide home? Are they made for double wide homes even? So there's a lot of questions I do have, and I pray that somebody out there that has been there and done this may be able to answer some of these questions for me. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I'm going to go get me some dinner now, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.